Now I'm going to talk to you about the type of documentation you're going to need to travel over here for a tour. First and foremost, if you're traveling internationally, you're going to need a passport. Be sure and bring your passport, okay? Because you're going to need it to get over here and you're going to need it to get home. And don't lose it, because that would slow things down a lot. And anytime I travel internationally, I've made a copy or a scan of my passport and put that in my luggage as a hard copy for a backup. Just in case I do lose it, when I go to the consulate or the embassy, it speeds it up to get yourself temporary travel documents back home. You just hand it to them, they confirm it, and then they get you home. Okay? So be sure and bring your passport. Next thing that you're going to want to bring, especially if you're riding the motorcycle, is your driver's license, okay? Or another form of photo ID. 2 photo IDs is ideal, but make sure you bring your driver's license. You're going to want your driver's license because they won't rent you a bike without it. The paper copy is fine if that's all you have, but they do prefer to see one with a photo. And some places, they will still ID you for alcohol, so make sure it's a photo ID, okay? So bring that with you. Another thing is some places are still requiring to see some form of COVID-19 vaccination record before they let you into a hospital or a restaurant or any other public place. There's not many left, but they're still out there. So bring your COVID-19 vaccination records. A card will work, or even an electronic record on your phone will work. That's fine, okay? Another thing to bring is your travel information, your flights, train, what have you. Make sure that you bring your itinerary, confirmation numbers, even a boarding pass if you can get it for your trip. Have them printed out in your luggage. I know we do everything on the phone these days, and you can have your travel information on your phone, but if you lose your phone, you don't have it anymore. Okay, so having a paper copy in your luggage will help a lot. Okay, so next, you also need to bring your insurance information. First of all, your medical insurance information, whether it's private insurance or a national health program. Be sure and have a paper copy of that just in case you get sick. If that happens, you don't want to be digging around or trying to find it or track it down while they're asking for it. Okay? Have a copy of it handy or just keep it in your luggage. That's fine, but bring a physical copy. Another physical copy of medical information that you want to bring is if you're on prescription medication. Be sure and bring a hard copy of prescription medication in case you lose yours, or it gets destroyed, you can't find it, whatever. It's easier to go to a pharmacy or a chemist with the physical prescription and hand it into them. All they have to do is confirm it instead of waiting for your doctor to send the prescription to them. That can take a lot longer, especially internationally. So bring a physical copy of the prescription of any medications you may have. Also, I've had people lose or break their glasses on tour and they can't see. They're blind as a bat. Well, guess what? Bring your vision information, your prescription for your glasses or contacts. There's a lot of places over here that are 1 or 2 hour optical places, and they can replace glasses or even your contacts very quickly. They can make new glasses in 2, 3, or 4 hours, and you have a brand new pair of glasses. And if you have it for contact lenses, they can literally look at that, confirm it, and hand you a box of new contacts. So have a hard copy with you, okay? Also, traveler's insurance. So make sure that you have a copy of your traveler's insurance, motorcycling traveler's insurance, trip interruption insurance, anything like that. Make sure you bring a physical copy of that. It makes it easier to refer to if something were to happen, okay? So make sure, I know it's a lot to print out, but it's very reassuring to have a copy of everything in your luggage, and if there's a problem, you can get right to it, and you don't have to worry about trying to track it down. It makes it really easy, okay? Also, very important, be sure and inform your bank and your credit card companies that you will be traveling, especially internationally, and you will be using your card out of country or in other locations, so they don't turn it off on you in the middle of your trip. That's a big pain in the butt. There's nothing worse than going to dinner, you don't have any cash on you, You try and use your card and it gets declined. What do you do then? Okay? So be sure and tell them you will be traveling. I usually say a day before you leave and then a day after you get back, just to be on the safe side in case things get interrupted. But inform your bank and your credit card companies that you will be traveling and tell them to make a note of it so they don't turn off your card unexpectedly. Another way of dealing with this is you can also get prepaid cards, either credit cards, debit cards. Most of the credit card companies offer these prepaid cards. You get the card, you load it up with money, and then you use that. What I do is I'll do that when I travel internationally. I'll leave my regular credit cards and debit cards in my luggage back in the hotel, hidden, of course, and then I'll just use the prepaid card to pay for everything. That way, if the card gets lost, I still have my other cards that I can use. Okay, so they're a great option. You can get those. The international currency cards, American Express offers them, Visa, MasterCard, Discover. Visa and MasterCard are the two big ones, also American Express. They have prepaid cards. So you can use those. Those work great. And you can also top them up later with more money if you start to run low. Okay? So that's about it for the documentation that you're going to need for traveling over here. So if you have any questions, comments, please ask. We'll be happy to help. And until the next time, keep the rubber on the road and the shiny side up.